please try not to be really old just for 1 minute, please. Please.
Be where I am. And that's 48, 108, 98
I
today.
sat with my mother, okay? With the fucking parking and getting to Clapham and now the Met Gala. Like, please.
I wasn't invited and I'd been replaced by another woman who I didn't know. I had to unfollow their social media accounts because it was too upsetting to see the photos of their lunches and holidays.
I feel so hurt and upset that I am now so low down in everyone's priority list, and just one day of the year I wanted to feel special. My husband has never been a big one for birthdays and Christmas, etc., but this one felt especially poor effort. Everybody, welcome to 40ish. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishcon. This is the podcast where we tackle the chaos of being 40-something. Every week diving into midlife, the news, your stories, your dilemmas, your feedback, and our own mess and challenges of navigating marvellous midlife fun.
And don't forget, you can subscribe on Apple Podcast. We always say don't forget as if they're like, it should be at the top of their mind.
They'll be like, oh yeah, once I've done with the kids and dinner and the hoovering and my job, I'll remember to subscribe on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. Well, but you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, and there you get early access to this show and Self-Care Club. You get ad-free listening on both shows, and you don't. I was going to say, and you get
what?
Bonus content that you won't get anywhere else, because that's what it says in the script. But actually, we haven't done bonus content for a while, so I didn't want to say that.
Okay. You don't want to miss sell PPI, basically.
Yeah. I really don't. I didn't wake up this morning thinking, I want to miss sell PPI today.
No.
I just didn't.
But I'll tell you what you also can do, which you are doing in your droves, is getting in touch and being part of the conversation. And we would also love you to share this episode with a friend. You can email us hello@40ish.co.uk, or you can DM us on Instagram or on TikTok.
Hold on. You've just skipped over the you can share this with a friend. You can share this with a friend. You must share this with a friend. You will share this with a friend.
Ooh.
Because word of mouth is the best and only really way to grow a podcast, isn't it? Organically. Yeah. So we need your help, everybody. What do we call them? Quazzers.
Yeah, come on, Quazzers.
Come on, Quazzers. We need your help. And also, please make sure that you are subscribed to this show. Hit that follow button now.
Right. Most 40ish moment of the week. Well, I'm just going to bring it here because it's here. It's here now. We've just interviewed a very lovely doctor for Self-Care Club. And I had a bit of a morning because of Jeff. Jeff did a runner. I tried to bath him because, God bless Jeff, he was a bit smelly because he'd been in a kennel. So I thought, let's have a nice bath. Rookie error.
For context, Jeff is Lauren's rescue dog.
Jeff is my foster dog that I've just brought in anyway. Rookie error when you've got 10 minutes before you have to leave to record a sensible podcast with a doctor to try and bathe a rescue dog for the first time. He did a runner. And anyway, I had no time to really get dressed.
How did you get him?
Oh, well, it was a bit of a standoff in the close. Luckily, I'd waited for him behind the car because he doesn't speak English and he doesn't know his name. So it's a bit of a problem because you can't actually call him. So it's just a matter
He also doesn't know you.
No, it's also a matter of just catching him.
That's a big dog.
He was a big dog to catch. Didn't help the bad back. Anyway, I caught him.
Were you on your own?
Yeah, I was totally on my own.
Were you scared?
I wasn't scared, but I did think I may not make it to the studio because I'm going to be chasing a rescue dog around North London, screaming its name, even though it doesn't know its name, doesn't speak English. So
also, got to rename him. Anyway.
I won't rename him. His forever home will rename him when they eventually come and someone adopts him. Anyway, point was, couldn't really do my hair. So I just stuck in a load of JVN, Jonathan Van Ness products, air dry cream and all of this, and went out on the walk with wet hair and it did its curly thing. But when I got to the studio with this doctor who had, let's just face it, beautiful hair, stunning blow-dried hair down to her bum.
She did.
And I looked in the cameras and I was like, oh shit, why do I look like John Bon Jovi this morning? And Nicole was like, to be fair, you do.
And the very kind doctor sort of didn't want to laugh because she's like, well,
never met me.
I've never met you. And it would be rude for her to start dissing your hair
It
within
really
the
would.
first 5 minutes of her meeting. So, but she knew, she could see the John Bon Jovi. She could see it. Even James laughed.
You know what? She had not been tackling two wet retrievers 10 minutes before coming to work. So I've done a ponytail. It's fine. Everything's fine. And I might redo it before tonight, because where are we going tonight, Nicole
We
Goodman?
are going to win an award.
Not just one award, two
We're going to
awards.
win 2 awards.
We're up for, and believe it or not, Quazzers, we're up for 2 comedy awards
They will
tonight.
believe it. They love this show.
We're up for 2 comedy awards tonight. One for Best Listener Moment and one for Best Tangent, where we were discussing...
You
one,
were.
Yeah, I was wanging on about Jacob Elordi,
Jacob Elordi, yeah.
horseback, perving over him, basically.
Yeah.
And then the second moment is, do you know, it really is very elegant, sophisticated and special, talking about...
Can I just say it all comes from you?
I realised that this morning.
We were talking about a jizz necklace. And
Jizz
you know,
necklace.
how is this for synchronicity or serendipity?
You got given a jizz necklace today.
No,
What?
but
No.
that piece that we're up for with the jizz necklace,
Yeah.
I said to
Please
you...
stop saying jizz necklace.
But that's what it's called.
I know.
It's the file is called jizz necklace.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah.
This is our actual job. It's so embarrassing.
It's, you know, can I just say,
It's so-
it's because we were talking about how some women have their breast milk encapsulated in resin and made into a necklace.
But why were we talking about
I
it?
don't know. And I said, imagine, and I said,
I
people
know.
do it with their sperm.
Because a listener wrote in and asked us if we thought it was weird that she sort of celebrated her daughter getting her period.
Oh, by buying her a necklace.
Yes.
And then I said women sometimes celebrate their breastfeeding journey with the breast milk resin necklace. And I said, and some people do it with sperm. And wouldn't it be funny if you got...
And it was my anniversary that day.
It was. And it's your anniversary today.
Hello.
Oh my God. It
Yeah.
was a year ago today.
Yeah.
Jizz necklace. And it's like a full circle moment.
So I said to you,
That means we're going to win.
my most 40ish moment is you talking about the journey.
It's a long way away.
We are, for people that don't know us, we're North London babes.
Yeah, we are.
And North and South, they don't collide.
No, they do not. They
just
don't mix.
very
They
often.
don't mix.
South don't go over North, North don't go over South.
don't cross
It's just-
that river.
It's just how it works in London. Because it's
Literally.
too big. It's too fucking big. And you
Yeah.
know, I've got everything I need North and South. I've got everything they need South. And that's just the end
Never
of
the
it.
twain shall meet.
So we actually have to go to Clapham tonight.
That's south, by the way.
Yeah.
We don't like going south.
We're in the depths of North and we have to go into the depths of South.
To be honest, South London to me is like, you might as well say you're going to Birmingham. That's how far away it feels. It doesn't matter where it is. If it's south, it's far.
Yeah. So I've said I'm going to drive. And now Lauren has a lot of questions about that. Well, how long is it going to take? And is there anywhere to park? And should we get the train? And should we this? And should we that? And it is literally like talking to my parents.
And are we leaving at 3:30 to get there for 7:30?
So
Yeah.
I'm going to drive and I
Right.
couldn't cope with all the questions. And I've now just literally before we pressed record, I said to her, you can get the train, do what you like. I'll meet you there. I am driving. I'm going to go in my comfy car. And I'm going to come home in my comfy car, listen to a podcast on the way. I don't want to get the overground. You have to get on the tube and then the overground. I'm not here for that. I can't be fucked. I can't be fucked. To then come home on said overground and then the tube and then a na-na-na and then a whole thing when we haven't even fucking won.
Can we give Ramesh a lift home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does he live? I reckon he's south.
North. I think he's north. He gives me north vibes.
He gives me south vibes.
How do you think? We'll ask him tonight.
Yeah. He probably won't be there.
Of course he'll be there. He'll totes be there.
Shag, Married and Annoyed were up for it last year. They weren't there.
Yeah, but they're not Ramesh.
You reckon Ramesh is going to be there tonight?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm going to have a beer with him. I don't really drink
beer?
I don't drink beer, but I will.
Interesting.
But I will.
Interesting. How do you know he drinks beer? He could drink an espresso martini. You don't know.
I don't like an espresso martini.
I do.
Do you? No. I don't think they serve them in that pub anyway. Do you know what I mean? You'll only get a pint and maybe a Coke, and it won't even be Coke. It'll be like generic cola. It's that kind of vibe. When we say like comedy award show, the Quazzers may be thinking that there's a theatre, we wear like Met Gala gowns, there's a red carpet. No, it's literally a pub with a sticky floor and not even like a gastro pub with food. It's like, you know, plastic
It's a very
cups,
well known.
beer.
It's a very
Well,
well.
we're not going to slag off the venue.
Well,
I'm
you
just
already
saying it's a pub.
What do you mean?
It's
We're
a
not
pub.
going. We're not going to anymore. I mean, you've just satisfied the whole thing off.
It's not
You know,
the
you
Met
can't-
Gala, all right?
The Met Gala. Can
It's
we
not.
talk about the Met Gala?
What do you want to say?
I want to talk about the outfits.
I want to talk about why are all the Kardashian women wearing these plastic nipple corset
The only one
things?
that got it right was Kendall.
Was that the one where it was falling off? Like it was half a dress.
She looked sensational.
Put her in anything, she'll look sensational.
No, but she really did look
dress was
sensational.
ridiculous.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Which one are you talking about?
No, that was Kylie.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
No, but the thing is at the Met Gala,
Yeah.
right, please try not to be really old just for 1 minute, please. Please.
Only be where I am. And that's 48, 108, 98
I am
today.
sat with my mother, okay, with the fucking parking and getting to Clapham and now the Met Gala. Like, please.
Yeah, okay, come on.
You're into all of this pop culture
Yeah,
stuff.
Met Gala, yep.
Right,
What
so
do you
you
wanna say?
are up on what the Met Gala represents.
I sent you the photo of ASAP Rocky, excuse me. So I am up on the Met Gala. And all the outfits, okay? Rihanna's was dreadful. She looked like a baker.
Is that the only photo you've seen?
I've
seen one photo.
I've seen all of the photos.
Right.
All of them. Even Heidi Klum in fancy dress.
What the fuck was that?
Fancy dress. Halloween.
No, but also the person on the back of her. Was that the one that she had something on the back of her?
She was dressed
Have you
up.
seen those memes?
I've seen
like
all
me and
the
my
memes.
anxiety going for a night out.
I've seen all the
It's
memes.
so funny.
What do you want to say about the Met Gala?
What? I just want to talk about it, like what we're doing. We're talking about it.
Oh, right.
Some
Yeah.
were so boring. Margot Robbie. It takes a lot for Margot Robbie to look plain.
You said this literally yesterday.
Well, I didn't say it on air.
You did?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, she's still I can't even with that dress. Who? Because there's a whole team of stylists that are dressing her for the Met Gala. Who thought? Did no one think to say, you know what? You just look a bit like a bar mitzvah mum. Because she did.
Wow, diss on the bar mitzvah mums.
No, because it was that kind of dress.
I'd fucking die to look like Margot Robbie at any bar mitzvah. I'd be delighted.
You looked better at your bar mitzvah than
shut up.
she did
Thank
at the
you,
Met
but
Gala.
also, I'm going to sellotape a £5 note across my eyes tonight and wear that to the awards ceremony as my outfit. Did you see that one?
And Rachel Zegler, she was making a nod to some painting that Daisy knew, obviously.
Yeah.
So she also had like a chiffon blind across her eyes. But
Okay.
she looked sensational. I don't mind the weird stuff and the avant-garde stuff. That's what the Met Gala is for.
I like the Katy Perry one with the you could just close and open the face. You know, did you see it?
Yeah, and
you
good for
should wear
her.
that one because then if you don't like someone, you'd be like, no, shut the face. Listen, there has been so much feedback on the dilemma from last week about the lady who was dropped by her female friendship group. When I said to you, there is a rise of the midlife mean girl and this thing about friendships being dropped in your 40s. Wow, did we hit a nerve with the Quazzers?
It's now on 30,000 views and we've had over 300 new followers off the back of that.
I am on Instagram,
On
TikTok. Wow.
Well, what's happening is it the same on Instagram?
Well, yeah, it's
Got
had
78 comments on it.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to read you some. We've even got a voice note today.
Okay.
So I'm going to read you some of them because it's really, really hit a nerve. This is from Helen. She said, I completely resonated with today's podcast dilemma. I have also been removed/dropped from a female friendship group, mums from school. I should have spotted the red flags when WhatsApp messages started to drop off. I found out I was actually dropped when I was told that the group were going on a girls' holiday. I wasn't invited.
It actually happened exactly the same thing.
I wasn't invited and I'd been replaced by another woman who I didn't know. I had to unfollow their social media accounts because it was too upsetting to see the photos of their lunches and holidays. I really thought I was the problem and it's affected new friendships ever since. This all happened 6 years ago and it still affects me sometimes. All of the women are in their mid to late 40s. All right. Here's another one.
So sorry.
From Roxy. Love the latest episode, Lauren and Nicole. So relatable. Oh, that poor woman being shut out of her friend group with no conversation. It's such a horrible experience. It definitely needs one of those uncomfortable chats. But are any of them the type that are capable of it? Even if it was because they didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable due to money issues, the invitation could have still been extended.
I
and
agree.
then she could choose to decline without feeling excluded.
I totally agree.
I really feel for her. I didn't have a group situation like that, but I did lose a 28 plus year bestie that was like a sister to me. About 6 months, things shifted slightly with her doing shitty things like making a lunch date and not turning up to then just cutting me entirely and ghosting. I spent a few months trying to reach out and have the difficult conversation for closure whilst wondering whether I did or said something to cause it, but zero contact for 4 years. Then out of the blue, a text with lovely news which actually felt quite hurtful. Why send me that? I replied that after being ghosted by her, I had assumed our friendship was over. She said, I'm not making excuses, but text that went on and on and on to list excuses, then ended with her saying that she thinks about me all the time and will call me on Friday. That was 2 years ago, so I'm not sure which Friday she was referring to. I still send a birthday message every year, but there is zero contact from her side. Breakups are hard, but I truly find friendship breakups even more difficult, especially when there's no obvious catalyst. I find ghosting so immature. Just tell the person why and say goodbye so they are not left wondering for years.
Agree. Totally agree.
And then on TikTok, a lady who said, this happened to me after a serious illness. For those who socialised a lot, it meant drinking, and a non-drinker wasn't the vibe. It made me realise how many friendships rely on high-functioning alcoholism. Sarah said, exactly the same happened to me after my breast cancer diagnosis. I stopped being invited. I saw pictures of them on a weekend away and at concerts, etc.
Someone on TikTok said, very similar thing happened to me. Had many holidays with this close group. Then opened Facebook Christmas Day and they had all gone to Thailand.
Bloody hell.
Must have took loads of planning and secret WhatsApp group chats. Yep, it must have done. I never spoke to them again. I thought we had a fantastic close friendship. A few months later, I got invited to one of their weddings. I declined the invite with no explanation.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
How awful.
Katie said, the morning my son died suddenly, my mum let my best friend know. We used to be together, constantly together. I have never heard from them since. Didn't even turn up to the funeral. I was just deleted from all social media. I have never bothered to reach out and ask what the fuck that was. But at the worst imaginable point in my life, the fact that my best mate fell off the face of the earth has really affected my trust in other people. I am so sorry, Katie. That is disgusting.
Mama Bear says, had this last year with someone who I'd been friends with since secondary school and now 42. It completely broke me.
Yeah.
Someone said, going through this now, I've slowly been ostracised and the only reason I can come up with is that I'm now single whilst they're all happily married. For context, my husband had an affair and left me in the immediate aftermath. They were great, but 2 years on, I'm just not considered. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Wow.
It's really, really. We've also got a voice note. Should I play it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've been in touch with you guys a lot recently. Hope that's not a bad thing. Hope you're not bored of me already.
It's a great
and I know
thing.
it will email, but I have literally just stopped your show from yesterday, mid-play, to respond to the poor lady that has lost her friendship group. This literally happened to me last year. My mum died, didn't leave me in a great space, obviously, and my husband lost his job around the same time, so money was super tight. There was a group of about 8 of us that often went away for birthdays and weekends, nights out, that kind of thing, and I couldn't go on 2 of them, partly because I was then working and my leave had been changed. But I was in a bit of a funny spot, grieving my mum. And not long after that, my dad died as well. So kind of think they'd have given me a little bit of a benefit of the doubt for that.
Yes.
But I then got frozen out of the friend group completely. They started to arrange nights out. There was a birthday celebration that I wasn't invited to, that kind of thing. And then they organised a weekend away that I knew nothing about. Felt very friends when Monica and Phoebe froze someone out. But yeah, I would say it's probably not her. I think having a conversation is a good idea. But I have thankfully now moved from England to Scotland and I'm making lots of wonderful new friends.
Good.
I had one lady, sorry if I'm garbling girls, I'm on a dog walk. I had one lady that stuck by me, refused to go to that surprise birthday celebration because I hadn't been invited. And that was actually her husband's idea, which I thought was very sweet. So I have had conversations with her about it. Nobody understands why I'm not being spoken to. Everybody finds it a bit awkward. I did consider reaching out for closure to the group and to the main kind of organiser. I knew she wouldn't be very receptive, so I'll be honest, I just left it. I'm a bit Lauren in that situation. I just left it. We were moving anyway. Sorry. So yeah, I would say to her, leave them behind you. They're just mean girls, and move on and find some fabulous new friends. It hurts. It takes a while to get over. You'll question lots of things, but ultimately, it's on them, not on you. Have a great day, girls. I'll catch you later. Bye.
Wow. Who's that? What's her name?
That's Vicky.
Vicky.
I'm so sorry,
Thank you,
Vicky, that
Vicky.
you got treated like that. It's disgusting. And it just shows this is a really, really common, so much more common than I even thought when we did that show. How many women have resonated with that story and told their own stories?
I mean, if my best friends just suddenly shut me out, it would break me too.
But also, it seems a lot of the stories are the same. Like it's happening at the worst times of their lives, like when they've gone through a divorce, or they've lost a child, or they've lost a parent, or you know. And I do wonder: is it just people just don't know how to behave or how to be, so they just ignore you? But I can't. It's astounding.
It is interesting
to me,
right? If you think about it, and that there may be a pattern in this, there may not. So bear with me, but. When the girls are like 13 or around that age, 12, 13, 14, it is the worst age for friendships. I had it with both my daughters, and I've had it with so many of my friends and their daughters. So I know it's a common thing.
Yeah.
Because hormones are everywhere for all the girls.
Yeah.
They are all over the place.
Yeah.
Now, cut to 30 years later, when people are in their mid to late 40s, guess what else is happening?
Puberty backwards.
Yeah, your hormones are everywhere again. So it can't be coincidental that I think it happens. It's like rife in puberty and rife in perimenopause.
I agree with you, actually. For whatever those reasons are, I agree with you. I think it is.
And
That
also,
does play
if
a
one of your
factor.
friends is going through a really hard time, like I have had friends, obviously, that where their life is been blown up for whatever reason, and they are not doing so well. And there was one friend in particular, and we didn't speak for a couple of years. She was just she was having a terrible time, and I just wasn't the person that she needed at that time. It was hurtful, and I missed her terribly, and I never really could quite let it go. But now we're friends again. We're close again. She's back in my everyday life again, and I am so grateful that we found our way back to each other. But for those couple of years, we just couldn't. It was a bad mix for whatever reason. I've got my opinion on that, and she's got her, and it doesn't matter because we are both so aligned with what is important now is that we are together again and that we get to live life together again, and that's all we care about. But to get over that hurt when someone has basically left you in the hardest moment, I don't know if I could. No, if I could get past that.
No, me neither. Anyway, thank you all for sharing with us. We appreciate it. Just before we dive into your dilemmas, a quick disclaimer: we're not doctors or healthcare professionals, so if there is an issue that you are seriously struggling with, please contact a qualified expert.
Hello, ladies. This came in this morning.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. I recently found your podcast and have been binging it from the beginning on my long drives for work. Bit of context, I'm 41, English, and have lived in Australia for 11 years. Now, I would really like to preface by saying that I feel I am a very unneedy, low-maintenance person in general, and I don't expect much.
Oh, we could be friends.
By the way, I think it's okay to expect things.
Yeah, it's fine. But I'm just saying, she's on my vibe.
And it's okay to have needs.
She's on my vibe.
Just saying that, just saying. My husband has various health issues, and generally I do a lot. I do the housework, cooking, cleaning, shopping, laundry, etc., as well as working full time. However, he is unable to work currently.
That's a lot.
Yeah. On top of that, I always make cakes and organise presents for his and my stepdaughters and our grandson's birthdays. Okay. She's got a lot on her plate. Last week was my birthday, and I can't help but feel very hurt and disappointed that all I received was a text message at lunchtime from my husband and one at 10 p.m. from my stepdaughter. On top of that, my husband had things to do and did not come home until gone 8 p.m. after having a few beers with friends. Oh dear. Therefore, I was sat at home alone. I feel so hurt and upset that I am now so low down in everyone's priority list, and just one day of the year I wanted to feel special. My husband has never been a big one for birthdays and Christmas, etc., but this one felt especially poor effort. Anyway, thanks for listening and putting out honest content that made me feel like I could send this email and not be judged. Many thanks, H.
Oh my goodness.
I am delighted that you feel that you could send this email. You are definitely not going to be judged.
No.
We're definitely going to discuss it now with care and love and compassion, aren't we?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I did reply to this morning saying happy birthday.
That's sweet.
Well, you know what? This is shit. This is utterly shit. And I think as women, I mean, I could go on a whole rant here. Shall I curb my rant or shall I just go for it?
Just go for it. I don't want to hold you back.
As if you ever would. I think so often we are taught as women in all this subliminal messaging that we have to put everybody's needs before our own, and therefore we are not allowed to have any needs. And if we have any, we have to apologize for them in some capacity. So therefore, we prioritize everyone else, we burn ourselves out, and then we don't even know what we need anymore. And so when H is writing this email, is like, do you think it's okay for me to feel upset? Of course it's okay to feel upset, but you lose touch with what's appropriate and what isn't. Like, they've done fuck all. Your whole life is about helping them, serving them, being there for them, prioritizing them. Like, you shouldn't have to remind them to do something nice for you on your birthday.
No. And then also, I'm sure that on their birthdays, you're doing all the nice things.
Well, she said she is.
Yeah. There are some
making
people,
cakes and presents, and
there are some people who birthdays are just not a big deal for. And then I think sometimes they extend that therefore no one else cares about their birthday. So sometimes with those people, you have to be quite specific. Like, listen, I would like to do something to celebrate my birthday. We don't have to spend a lot of money or do anything flash, but what I would really like is, and be very specific, I'd like to go out for dinner, or I'd like us to have lunch together and time together, so they get it. Because some people don't get it.
They do, but I agree with you, but also I don't think it's too much to expect somebody to say, let's go out for dinner on your birthday. I really don't.
I don't either,
and I
by
don't
the
think
way.
it's something, I know, but I don't think it's something you should have to prompt.
No, but some people are a bit shit.
Well, clearly. My question for H, though, is like, are you going to say anything? Have you said anything? Because if you don't say anything, my worry is they are going to think that this is acceptable. And actually, you need to show them, tell them, teach them that it simply is not.
I think it's, if I may be blunt, I think it is really inconsiderate on your wife's birthday to go out with your friends for beers, come home at 8 o'clock and not even have thought, hey, it's her birthday, let's spend the evening together. Or, you know, that would really, really wound me. Listen, everyone has their own love language and ways to be appreciated and thought of. And I think there are only a few days of the year, really, or birthday or wedding anniversary, when you can kind of make just a token of appreciation for being that person. I also think I read an article this week that's made me really think about this question, which was about how people who do everything for everybody else often end up not very happy in their 40s and 50s.
They're burnt out.
Yeah, because nobody thinks of them.
Yep.
Because they think of everyone, but no one ever thinks of them. And how actually we think that by being everything and doing everything and being that cake maker and card sender and having people on your worry list and checking up on them all the time, that will be reciprocated. And this whole study they'd done showed that actually it wasn't, which doesn't seem fair or right, because you would think that person is very caring and loving and I feel the same way about them. But actually what it was saying was those people are often not regarded well.
I'm not surprised.
Because people take advantage of them.
Yes. Can I say something else that I think might be a bit controversial?
Please.
They're also that person who's overextending and giving out to everybody else. They're also taking advantage of themselves. So I think like boundaries and having some self-respect and self-worth around it is very important. It's okay to give of yourself. It's okay to extend yourself to the people that you love, but not at the cost of your own well-being. Like there has to be a line. And I am really clear on that in myself. Like I'm just not going to overextend anymore. It's not good for me. I end up resentful and that's not good for the other person either. So why am I still doing that? So I think perhaps H needs to look at how she's overextending and what boundaries she needs to put in place for her own well-being.
Because she's got a lot on her plate.
Yes.
She's working full time.
Yes.
Her husband can't at the moment. She's doing every
Yes.
single thing at home
Yes.
and at work. That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So
It's too much for anybody.
what are you doing for you?
Yes.
That's my
It's a
question.
great question.
Yeah.
H, what are you doing for you? And go and have a listen to Self-Care Club. There's loads of ideas over there because we talk about well-being and self-care. That is the absolute heart of the show. Maybe go and have a listen to the boundaries episode. There's a few boundaries episodes.
That would be a good episode.
And also, you know what else would be a good episode?
What?
Asking for what you want.
yeah.
That's also a good episode.
I agree.
And we even wrote a book about all of those things.
We did. It's called
Have you tried this? So by all means, dip into the content, and it's really important. I want to leave you with this thought, H, and everyone else who really struggles in this area. Like, it is not only okay, it is imperative that you take care of your own needs. Because if you don't, you're also teaching other people to walk over them. So you have to honour them.
I love that. I think that's very wise counsel.
Thanks.
We don't have time for meltdowns today. We've spent so much time on feedback.
Oh,
But that's okay.
but I love it because the show is like just showing.
The show is showing. We are going to go winning tonight.
I hope so. I really
And,
hope the whole anniversary serendipitous thing is like it's
In
not-
our favour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramesh, watch out.
We will see you on Thursday.
Bye.